Yo, whether it's your first time on Spidey or you haven't maxed out, Spidey's most important part of his kit will always be his movement. So today, I'm going to be trying to explain the basics and the in-depth part of his movement all within 10 minutes. Okay, before we start, I'm just going to give you guys my settings, so copy them if you want, because that's when I'm going to be explaining it. I'm going to be starting from the basics, so again, if you already know like a lot about Spidey's kit, then I'm going to put some timestamps on the screen. Just go to whatever you want to know. Alright, Spidey has 5 abilities that affect his movement. We're going to be going over all of them. Since we have simple swing off and manual swing turned on, then the web swing is just going to go wherever our cursor shoots. If we shoot above head level, it will result inside of a long swing, which is this. But if we shoot below our head level, it's going to result inside of a web zip, where we zip to the area. Whereas long swing is this, and long swing, web zip. Now, if I tap my simple swing bind, which I have on R, it will automatically latch to like a high object and just put us into a long swing. You cannot web zip with the simple swing, remember that. Spidey has a double jump. And now if you have to scroll wheel down by this jump, you can do it a little bit faster like I'm doing here. There's 3 ways to reset Spidey's double jump. The first one is with an uppercut. Every time you uppercut, you'll get your double jump back, as you can see here. The second one is with a long swing. You can see simple swing, long swing, you know, above head level, remember. Resets our double jump for us. Now Spidey also has a wall crawl, which is one of his 2 passives. This is another way you can reset your double jump. You can run on the wall or you can walk on the wall. You see, I have my double jump, and then it resets. A cool trick you can use if you have scroll wheel down, bind this down jump, is you can just float up a wall if you slowly scroll on your way up. Okay, the absolute essentials out of the way, now we can start learning the bunny hop real quick. The first step to learning the bunny hop is seeing how the web zip animation works. So you see there's a little flip Spidey does at the end of his web zip. We can cancel this with the web cluster. So we're going to zip and then web cluster right at the end when we think the flip animation is about to start. I'd recommend doing this until you can get it down 5 times in a row in between the 20 and 40 meter mark in this little room in the practice range. Okay, now we're going to start implementing a jump at the beginning of each of them. Get it down 5 times. If it's too hard, start with a double jump. Now comes the part most beginners find tricky, which is the ending. So you want to hit jump and web cluster at the same time. You know how we're web clustering at the end? Just do it at the same time. Now this one you should be repeating a little bit. Try to get the B hop down consistently, like 5-10 times. Imagine like bouncing off the web cluster. And again, if this one is too difficult for you at the beginning, which is fine, just start with the double jump B hop. If you can get the double jump B hop down, for most people I've taught, the double jump B hop is a lot easier than the normal one, and then you can start learning the normal one. Another thing a lot of people don't realize is that you could literally web cluster like anywhere when you're B hopping. It doesn't have to hit the floor. As you can see, shooting at the wall. This is going to become like really useful for you once you start learning like pulls and stuff, because you won't have to flick. A good way to like appraise the quality of your B hop is like the ending animation. See, if I'm canceling it too early, not right when I get on the ground, it's doing that, whereas I should be doing it right when I'm there, or else I'm not going to get nearly as much momentum. You'll notice that at the end of a long swing, Spidey goes into this dive animation.
I'll go check it out.
So to cancel it, we did something really like similar with the other flip animation. What did we do? We used a web cluster. So same thing, just going to cancel at the end with the web cluster, and you could do it into a B hop. By this point, you're slowly starting to get the grasp, I hope, of how Spidey's momentum works. So at the end of the long swing, we're going to be putting an uppercut into our swings to give us insane horizontal velocity and a little bit of vertical velocity. Spidey's swing works really similar to a pendulum, where the top of the swing potential energy is extremely high and kinetic energy is super low. But we want to be looking for the equilibrium, the bottom of the swing, where we're going the fastest and our kinetic energy is really high and our potential energy is super low. Right around this point is where we want to implement our uppercut. and we're going to be using impulse for that. You see the formula here. Impulse, you know, change in momentum, force change over time. Over here, if we add an uppercut, we're going to be gaining a lot of horizontal velocity and a little bit of vertical velocity too. And we're going to be canceling out that top swing flip animation. Okay, side-to-side comparison of uppercuts long swing compared to just web cluster B-hop long swing. A lot simpler and a lot faster. Same thing is true with our bunny hop. See, when I'm not using any momentum carriage, and then over here, I'm tapping jump every time I hit the floor. So it's keeping my momentum preserved. Okay, the last thing we're going to learn with our uppercut, we learned a long swing uppercut, now we're going to learn a bunny hop or a web zip uppercut. Okay, so the way I'd recommend learning it is come here and then start doing it wide, and don't try to get it down like perfectly, but you can try, and then slowly move closer. Start doing it over here, and so on and so forth, until you can pretty much do it like 1 or 2 meters away from you. Okay, super important now. So long swing, we know that if you do a long swing, you get the flip animation at the end, right? Kind of carries you like that. But you can control your swings even further by using directional inputs and looking. So here I'm doing what we call a long swing, or a complex web, whatever people call it. Just stare at the place that you put your web. And this is really useful for like holding points and stuff. You really understand how Spidey's webs work by now, so you should see, like, I want to go through that door, swing here, and I keep holding it, and then I let go, and now I'm out of here. Stuff like that. Okay, so we learned the bunny hop uppercut and the long swing uppercut. You can also do it without the web cluster, so just like that. Right before you hit the floor, you're just web zipping from a high, like, area, and then you can just uppercut. Now we're talking about implementing movement with combat. So see, the main thing, like well, a lot of people consider the best engage, well, I consider the best engage, is a downslam. So learning how your simple swing works, how your manual swing works, is all very important. So I'm tapping it here, and then say I go up to them, and I just tap it, and I know that it's going to put me around them. Okay, I want to get rid of these guys. Say I want to set a pull, I can do the basic one there, which I'm looking at them. But also, I can look around at the buildings around me, and I can start doing more complex ones that they won't see it coming as easily. Because again, you're only 250 HP, so you got to use your movement and your agility, your stealthiness, all to your advantage. So I can do something like that, or maybe I want to go around this building, make it a little bit longer. I put in an uppercut for that velocity, and then I get a pull like that. So at the end of the day, it's just cooldown usage, how you're moving, everything. You got to combine it with your combat. So combining everything, like you start moving different. Like look, over here, I use my swing, I engage with my uppercut, do a B-hop over here, do a pull. Like I use pretty much everything we learned. And that's it. Like didn't even break 8 minutes almost. Go hit me up on Discord or TikTok. You have any questions? And pull guide coming soon. That's it. See ya.